Hello everyone, Bashar here. So we have been taking a little break from Hearthstone, but Hearthstone has not been taking a break. So the new year rotation is coming on the 11th of April or something like that. And that means we will have a change in the core set, and the expansions from 2021 will be retiring. And we got a new expansion coming. The mechanics, so the new expansion's name is Festival of Legends, and on the 5th of April there will be a theory crafting stream where select streamers around the world are invited to play with the cards earlier, and yours truly is a part of it. So we will be playing Hearthstone on the 5th of April, and we will be playing with the newest cards, these cards. So I thought it would be nice to analyze the cards. So let's go over the classes, and I suppose we can take a break when the video is getting too long, because there will be 145 cards, and expansions have been growing in size, guys. If you recall, it used to be 135 cards, but now that two more classes have been added, right? One more class has been added, depending on your point of view. The core plus Demon Hunter plus Death Knight. So let's take a look at the cards, or let's just go over the mechanics before we go in there. So first of all, we are getting an evergreen keyword for Priest called Overheal. I would say it's self-explanatory. So if you heal a card and heal goes to waste, that means the card will trigger an additional ability which will be staked on the card. And for some cards, the amount of the overheal will be important, and for some cards, the amount of overheal will not be important. I'm talking about the 6 health minion at 5 health, and you heal it for 2. That means you are overhealing for 1. And next up, we have Finale. Finale is Festival of Legends' keyword, which means if you play that card using all of your remaining mana and you have 0 mana crystals left after playing that card, then the Finale ability triggers. So this expansion is very music based, guys. All of the cards names are based on music or thereabouts. So let's jump in and take a look at the cards. So first off, we have Death Knight. We have a 10 mana card which has all of the runes on it. So we have 1 blood rune, 1 frost rune, and 1 unholy rune. That means we have to have all of these runes to be able to add this card to our deck. I will remind you though that this can be discovered or randomly generated somehow. The runes are just a requirement to add the cards to your deck. You can get them somehow. That's no problem. Even as a non-Death Knight, you can play the cards with runes. So, first off, we have Climactic Necrotic Explosion. It's a legendary spell. Lifesteal, deals 5 damage, summon 2 1/1 souls. And it gets randomly improved by corpses we spent. So I'm going to guess that the improvement will fall on the damage or the size of the souls rather than the number of souls, because it would be not a very good, right? Imagine we have summon 11 1/1 souls, right? We can't be summoning more than 7 because Hearthstone's board size is 7. So I would say the souls grow in size and the damage grows. It's a good card. So by the way, guys, unless I specifically state I'm talking about ranked, I generally analyze cards based on their arena potential, because that's where I'm more versed at. Not these days too much maybe, but I can still guess the potential of a card. So this is actually not that good in arena, right? Because guys, in arena corpses are plenty, But corpse spending cards are not that bland, right? I mean, because corpses. So in ranked, you have to add some corpse generating cards and some corpse spending cards, and you can reach a nice balance. But in arena, I mean, everything that dies gives you corpses, but I mean, you have to specifically pick corpse spending cards, and sometimes there is another nice card that is offered to you along with the corpse spending card. Sometimes you just don't get offered enough. Sometimes you get bad corpse spending cards. So I mean, I would say you have like 2 or 3 cards that spend souls maybe, and so this card will depend on the number of corpse spending cards in your deck. So if I open this as a starting legendary, I would take a hard look at the other legendaries, and I would say, I mean, it's a mediocre card maybe. So this is one of those cards that changes wildly in value, guys. Next up we have Cagehead. 8 mana, 5/1. I think that is one of the most imbalanced attack health versus cost in the game. And when it dies, it brings a 9/9 Blight Boar with charge and taunt. So guys, this card is meant to be comboed with the location for sure. And because the problem is, you play this, you say go, the opponent kills this, and then uses assassinate light effects or poisonous minions to take care of the Blight Boar, right? So you generally want to kill this right away. And in arena, that's not very easy, right? Killing your own minion is not very easy. I would say 3 stars maybe. I mean, the minion is very overstated. So guys, and of course, if they kill it during their turn, your opponent kills them, this one during their turn, you will not be benefiting of the charge. There's also that. 3.5 stars maybe. I mean, the body is very serious, right? 9/9 taunt. I mean, need to see. Some cards have to be seen in action before you can evaluate them, guys. So next up we have Bone Shredder, 5 mana, 5/4, spends 5 corpses to trigger and gain the death rattle of a random friendly minion. That's a nice combo, guys. Wow. So this means this guy can just bring a 9/9 charge and taunt. Yeah, I mean, if you put nothing as death rattle other than this, I mean, I'm talking about ranked obviously. I mean, guys, in arena, I mean, this is not very bad. In arena, corpse spending cards are fine because, as I said, you get too many corpses and not enough spending effects, right? I would have liked this better if it was a 5/5 because right now the body is a little weak, but I would say still playable. 3 stars out of 5 maybe. Let's go on. Screaming Banshee. I also forgot to mention the rune cost. This is 2 unholy, this is 1 unholy. Okay, I mean, no big deal. And we have 1 blood, Screaming Banshee, 5 mana, 3/6 lifesteal. After your hero gains health, summon a soul. Oh, so this means if you are damaged by the time you play this, it's going to summon at least, I mean, it can summon a 3/3. That is insane. Yeah. Of course, you have to be damaged by then. Has a rank potential. So, guys, these cards can be bad if you are at full health. I mean, imagine you are at 30, and after the guy sees this, he is not going to attack your face for sure. He can just pass without attacking in the worst case. But if you are already damaged, yeah. 3.5 stars ish. Yeah. And you can actually do it multiple times, and you can actually do it like this. Imagine, I mean, you have a lot of mana, you play Screaming Banshee, you play Death Strike, deal 6 damage, and you summon a 6/6 when if your health is missing. Yeah, has rank potential. Arcanite Ripper. Nice, not Reaper but Ripper. So 3 mana 3/2 weapon, I'm already sold, right? That is already 3 stars on its own, at least 3.5 stars maybe. Summons a 1/1 lifesteal undead. Change your health on your turn while equipped to improve. Yeah, I mean, classic blood stuff. I mean, guys, imagine, even if you don't improve this, this is Fire Vortex that summons a 1/1 lifesteal, right? I would say at least 4 stars. Yeah, this is a good card. Death Metal Knight. Oh, this should have been a legendary. This is actually a very serious encounter in World of Warcraft. Cost double blood, 3 mana 3/4, taunt. Cost health instead of mana if your hero was healed this turn. Ooh. I mean, that is a nice combo. Oh. Ooh. These are very dangerous combos, guys. And I mean, guys, on its own, it's a 3 mana 3/4 taunt, right? It is a spider tank with taunt, with an additional ability. Sometimes the ability can be bad, but most of the time it's good. I would say 4 stars-ish again, 3.5. I mean, somewhere in between, 3.8 stars maybe. It's a good one. 1 mana, 1 unholy, choose a minion, spread it death rattle to adjacent minions. 1 star maybe, 1.5 stars. I mean, guys, you can't expect to have a death rattle minion in front of you, right? So this is better because it allows us, I mean, to have played the death rattle in the past. And this could be 2 stars because it's so cheap, right? I mean, you could play the death rattle minion and then spread the death rattle, but I mean, it's not very easy. What if you don't have, right? I mean, you can have like, by the way, this is very serious. Yeah, this is very serious. Oh, this is extremely serious actually. Hold up. You have 9 mana, you play Cagehead. In the proper position, you play Death Growl. You trade the minions with the Cagehead Death Rattle, and you hit 18 face. Ooh. Oh. I mean, not arena, obviously rank, but yeah, looks dangerous. And in theory, you could do it on the hero power minion as well, but it adds up to 11 mana, yeah. So that won't work. But in arena, it's bad. Yeah. Ooh. So this is our first finale card. 3 mana 2/1, deal 2 damage. You know, we had a card like this in the past. Some Spring Rocket, I believe. Yeah, not very good, but guys, finale is Consecration. So we are very happy to play Consecration at 4 mana. I mean, it is one of the best Paladin cards out there, like 4.5 stars, 4.8 stars maybe. I mean, it is a very good card. And this costs 1 mana less and gives you a 2/1 body. And guys, in arena, finale is an extremely powerful mechanic because, I mean, if you want to trigger it, you have the hero power at your disposal, right? I mean, on 5 mana, this will always work, right? And you can make it work most of the time. This is 5 stars, easy. Yeah. This shouldn't have been a common, guys. I can tell you this much. This would be extremely frustrating, right? I mean, imagine the guy plays one of these. You are, I mean, in a very bad position if you haven't straight up lost, and he plays another, and boom, you are dead. I mean, you can't really take in a Consecration that is 1 mana cheaper and gives the opponent a 2/1 body. It's too much. I mean, 1 mana cheaper Consecration is, I mean, just crazy anyway. Okay. Harmonic Metal. So these harmonic cards, I believe, change the numbers every turn. So it gives 4 random minions in your hand, +2/+2, and I would say the changed version is 2 random minions +4/+4. Let's see if we can. Yeah, that's what the comment says as well. I think that's what happens. So guys, I mean, well, it is a bit. The problem is, guys, in arena you can't really take playing this on turn 3, right? It's a little expensive. So if you want hand buff, I mean, you can skip maybe turn 1 or maybe turn 2, but skipping turn 3 could snowball very quick. But of course, I mean, guys, the effect is so big because there is a chance that the hand buff could miss the crucial minions, etc. But even if you are buffing 4 minions, there is a very good chance that kind of everything gets buffed in your hand, right? And imagine playing a Yeti, a 6/7 Yeti on turn 4. That would be very dangerous. Yeah, we have to see this one in action, I would say. I would say average again, 2.5 stars. Mosh Pit, 2 mana, 2 durability. I will remind you that locations can't be used on 2 back-to-back turns. I mean, you can use it right away, or you can just wait. But if you use it, you have to wait another 1 turn to be able to use it again. At least 1 turn. So we spent 3 corpses to give a friendly minion reborn. So this is some way of spending corpses. Could be nice with this for sure. I mean, guys, in arena, corpse spending mechanics are a little precious because, as I said, I mean, you are very flush on corpses and you don't have too many methods of spending them. But I mean, if you are using it on a normal minion, for example, if I use it here, for example, I will just be getting back a 3/1 taunt, basically. I mean, Death Rattle, gain a 3/1 taunt. I mean, I'm not going to say it's bad, but it's also not very good. And in here, it's just crap. I'm getting 2/1 back. 2 stars between 2.5 stars, yeah. So the only good card, the only really good card we have is here, the Hardcore Cultist. Let's move on to Demon Hunter. So I am going down swinging. So there is one thing I'm curious about this card here. Let's go over the card and then we can discuss it. So we give our hero 2 attack and we become immune, and then we attack each enemy minion. So this is a fancy way of doing at least 2 damage to all enemy minions. But of course, I mean, if we are on 6 mana, we can also use our hero power and deal 3 damage to all enemy minions, right? Or we could have something that gives us even more attack. We can do more and more damage to enemy minions. The question is, will we be able to attack afterwards? I'm not sure. I think we can attack before playing this card. I mean, that obviously works, but I'm not sure if we are able to attack because, I mean, you know, you have 1 chance of attacking every turn and this kind of uses, right? I mean, you can do the multiple attack because the card clearly says it is overriding that rule, but there is no saying that this card is overriding the 1 attack per turn rule. So I would say we can attack before playing this card and not after. Have to see. I mean, in arena, the proper use with this card would be hero power and at 6 mana, and you will be doing 3 damage to all enemy minions. It's okay, I guess. And if you somehow have anything that gives you more attack, then it's crazy, right? Yeah. I would say it's meh. 3 stars ish. So the Demon Hunter, this expansion has some sort of rush mechanics, guys. Rush based mechanics. So we have a 4 mana 4/3 rush. After a friend rush minion attacks, give your minions +1 attack. So we can play this. We can attack and we can give everyone +1 attack. So it is some sort of face damage in a way. And if you have multiple minions with rush on the board, it can actually add a hefty bit of damage. So the thing is, guys, I mean, sometimes people get confused about this. You can play the rush and attack and give everyone attack. That's okay, of course. But the minions on the board with rush also give everyone attack. I mean, it doesn't have to be entered play this turn, right? So if you have some minions on the board with rush before you play this, there will be serious face damage. And it could even be an OTK-ish. I mean, depends on the number of minions and depends on the number of rush minions on the board. So this is very nice. I mean, on its own, it's not too bad. If it was a 4/4, it would have been straight out 5 stars. At 4 mana 4/3, it would still be 4 stars at least. Okay. 4 mana 3/6, I'm sold already. This is a very good attack health combination. Whenever your weapon is destroyed, equip a random demon hunter weapon. That is 3 stars, I would say, because there is the good chance that you might not have any weapons in front of you. 2 mana 2/3, your hero has lifesteal. I mean, it's 2 mana 2/3, right? It's a River Crocorisk with an ability that has the potential to give us some health. 3 stars. Glaivetar. Oh, wordplay with guitar, I guess. So 4 mana 4/2 weapon. I am already very much sold. That is a very powerful attack durability combination. Death Rattle, draw a card. Play outcast cards while equipped to improve. 5 stars easy, yes. I mean, guys, and I'm not even taking the improve thing into account. 4 mana 4/2 weapon. I mean, this card is a 1 card advantage without the Death Rattle. And because you are going to kill 2 minions with this one, right? And it also draws you a card at the minimum. 5 stars solid. I mean, just always pick this when you see. Very, 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 very powerful. And imagine if you have this, or imagine you have some outcast cards. Yeah. This expansion does not have many outcast cards though. Just one, eh? Rush to stage. Draw 2 rush minions. They cost 1 less. So I normally am a little against towards card advantage cards on turn 3 because they make you fall back quite a bit in tempo. But this one is nice because it actually allows you to save 2 mana. The only question in Arena is, guys, if you have cards in your deck that draws you specific cards, there is a chance that that would fail, right? There is a chance that you could draw 0 cards or 1 card because, I mean, you can't expect to have like 8 rush minions in your deck, right? I mean, you have like 4 or 5 rush minions, and imagine playing this on turn 10, right? I mean, after drawing a few rush minions. What if you have just 1 rush minion in there? So basically, you draw a rush minion from your deck for 3 mana, and it costs 1 less. That is horrible. I mean, you have to draw the 2. So you have to evaluate if this card is going to draw you 2 cards or not. So this card will rise in value according to the number of rushes you have in your deck. I would say 3 stars again. Snakebite. 2 mana 1/1 rush. Gain +1/+1 for each minion that died this turn. Very conditional. I mean, could be very nice if you could trade, but I mean, imagine you don't really have anything on the board. That's not very good. I would say 2 stars. Yeah, I mean, below average. Guitar Soloist. So Soloist is another mechanic, guys. When you play these, if you don't have any other minions on the board, it does some horribly overpowered effect. And these are good in Arena. Why? Because, I mean, you can control it, right? You can control to have no minions on board. I mean, you just trade, etc. I mean, there will be times you might fail, but most of the time you will manage. So these are very nice. 5 mana 4/3. It throws a spell, it throws a minion, and it throws a weapon. I mean, this is beyond crazy, right? But of course, there is a very good chance also that this throws you 2 cards only, right? I mean, if you don't have too many spells and weapons, I mean, you could have 0 weapons to start with, right? I mean, this expansion has 1 weapon only. Will also depend on the arena pool. Still powerful though, even if it draws 2 cards, guys. I mean, 5 mana 4/2, that draws 2, and if it draws 3, it's insane. I would say 3.5 stars total. Security. 2 mana, summons 2/1/1 Illidari's with Rush, and if it's outcast, it summons 3. So if you don't recall, outcast triggers when you play the card from the leftmost position of your hand or the rightmost position of your hand. So either of the two trigger the outcast effect. I mean, 2 mana, 2/1/1 rushes. Yeah, I mean, these are nice combos, by the way. I would say 3 stars again, I think. Taste of Chaos, deal 2 damage to a minion. Finally discover a felt spell. 4 stars at least, 4.5 maybe. This is crazy. I mean, guys, imagine. I mean, you are killing something, right? You are dealing 2 damage and that's going to kill something. And you discover a felt spell out of it. Which is crazy. We don't have any felt spells this expansion. So this will depend on the arena pool, right? It can't discover itself before you ask. I mean, if you don't know, I mean, that has been prevented because sometimes it would have been very annoying. Taste of Chaos, Taste of Chaos, Taste of Chaos. I mean, the guy gets infinite value from the single card. So cards have been prevented. Cards that generate cards have been prevented from generating themselves. Let's move on to Druid. Druid Weapon, that's interesting. So Zog Fog Snout. 7 mana, 6/6. Summon 2/1/1 Quillboars with Taunt, improved by your hero attack and armor gained this turn. I would say the size of the Quillboars change. So I'm failing to understand. If I use my hero power, I'm gaining attack and armor. So that is going to trigger the upgrade twice. So on turn 9, I'm going to be able to summon 2 3/3 taunts or not. 0 comments. I mean, it's okay in arena, right? I mean, on turn 7, you play this 6/6 plus 2/1/1 taunts, I suppose. 3.5 stars. Yeah. We'll have to see. Sometimes the cards are not very easy to tell what they do. So, Rhythm and Roots, 4 mana, choose one secretly, summon 3/5/5 Ancients in 2 turns, or 8/8 Giants. By Giants, it means, I suppose, 2 Giants or 3 Giants. Says Giants, right? I mean, and it can't be 1 for sure. I would say 3 goes here as well. Yeah, I mean, they are not really masters of 8/8 Giants. And I mean, you are playing waiting for 4 turns. This is a bit hard to evaluate, guys, but I would say the go option is always this one, because you never know, guys. I mean, in 4 turns, you can't really expect to survive 4 turns. You could die, or you could win. I mean, something could happen, right? 4 turns is too much in the future. And so we play this, we wait a turn, and the other turn we get 3/5/5s. Yeah, hard to evaluate. I would say 2.5 stars to be safe. Maybe 3 stars. Could be powerful. Yeah, so 4 mana, 2/3 weapon, summon 1 5/5 Ancient, and play cards that cost 5 or more while equipped to improve, and that's definitely improving this one. So I would say this is insane. I mean, play on turn 4, hit something, turn 5 you hopefully play something that costs 5 mana. The death rattle goes up to summoning 2 5/5 ancients. You hit something else, and on turn 6, I mean, you may or may not manage to play something that costs extra as well. Then you hit, and if you have managed, you are going to summon 3 5/5 ancients, and that wins you the game most of the time. So it is insane, yeah. 5 stars, I think. Very powerful. So that's interesting. Free Spirit. 1 mana, 1/2. Battle Cry and Death Rattle. Your hero power gains 1 more armor this game. So it gives you an everlasting effect that lasts till the end of game. So you play this, and your hero power gets upgraded to 2 armor and 1 attack. So you basically have a better warrior hero power. And when it dies, it goes up to 3 armor and 1 attack. I mean, normally I hate 1 mana 1/2s, but guys, I mean, this sounds, I mean, it sounds promising, right? 3 armor is a little annoying. And in Arena, they will best this. I would say 3 stars, yeah. I mean, I think it deserves to be a 1 mana 1/2. I mean, this effect is not negligible. So this effect will bring you like 8 armor per average in game, I suppose. Drum Circle. 7 mana, summon 5 2/2 treants, or give your minions +2/+4 and taunt. Ooh. 5 stars maybe? I mean, that is a bit. I mean, guys, if you don't have anything, you go for this. If you have something, you give +2/+4 taunt. That is a lot of stats. I mean, you are definitely value trading or going for face and killing. Of course, then it's a very bad Savage Roar. But I mean, +2/+4 and taunt. Imagine, guys, your 4/4 becomes a 6/8 taunt. I like this card. It's a very powerful card. So 5 mana 4/5. That draws us 2 cards that cost 6 or more. And Finale, they cost 1 less. Oh my god. So guys, in Arena, most of the time you will have these. And the Finale ability is just insane as well. 5 stars. Insane. 4.5. Okay. Because the attack and health are a little lower than they should be, maybe. I mean, it's crazy. It draws us 2 cards. And it also has an additional ability. Oh! Groovy Cat. Our hero power gives us 1 attack more this game. Oh, that is much more interesting than this one. 2 attack and 1 armor. And when it dies, 3 attack. Oh my god. I think this is 5 stars. This is... So guys, so this gives you some survival, right? But this gives you, I mean, basically your hero power becomes a card. I mean, imagine 2 mana, your hero gains 3 attack and 1 armor. I mean, it's like a slightly worse heroic strike. And I mean, hero powers are supposed to be like 0.3 cards or something, not 1 actual card. That's like 0.8 cards. And imagine these 2 together, 3 attack and 3 armor. Ooh. I would say this is very close to 5 stars at least. Spread the word, draw 2 cards, cost 1 less for each attack your hero has. This is not a very good card. I mean, you have to have something that gives your hero attack like this, like this. I would say 2.5 stars. Normally worse than Arcane Intellect. Oh. Oh, we have a combo actually. Harmonic Mood. Give your hero 2 attack this turn, gain 4 armor. And the swapped version is definitely give your hero 4 attack this turn, gain 2 armor. And that makes this card cost 0. Oh, that is very sick. Okay, this is 3 stars, and I mean this card becomes much better if you have this one in. And these cards, I love it, guys. I mean, I love free 1 mana, free 1 cost cards. So this cause we can draw a beast, or we can discover a beast for a 1 mana 1/1. That is very solid. 5 stars. You should grab this card. I mean, I would pick 10 of these cards. Very easy. I mean, without doubt. Insane. Very, very, very powerful. Wow. Very nice card. It's a little too powerful, but I suppose these days we can let it slide. So we have finished 3 classes. So how shall we do? The video has been going a while. So we could do 3 classes, 4 classes, 4 classes, 3 classes plus neutral. I think that would be the best way to split. So let's do the hunter as well. Then we can take a break, and I will do the second video sometime later. So tradable has made it into this expansion. I thought it was the Stormwind expansion's mechanic, but I think it persisted. So it did persist. So 10 mana, it's tradable. Resurrect all friendly beasts that cost 5 or more. I mean, tradable is a nice mechanic in Arena, guys. I mean, you can just trade in the worst case, but this is a very specific mechanic, so you will have to check. I would say normally 2 stars or so, and depending on your number of 5+ cost beasts, it's getting better. We have Mr. Mukla, 6 mana 10/10 rush. That is an advantage. And the downside is we are filling our opponent's hand with bananas. So guys, there is an advantage here. That means we are making the opponent overdraw the first card that they are drawing, right? 100%. And if we can also manage to give the opponent more cards this turn, they will all be overdrawn. Well, a 6 mana 10/10 rush is something, right? I mean, a 10/10 rush is worth definitely 9 mana at least. So we are saving. And how bad is filling our opponent's hand with bananas? I mean, it depends, right? Depends on how many cards they have. I would say this card is 4 stars at least, maybe 4.5 stars. I mean, the value that we get is a little too much. And if you don't know, guys, bananas are 1 cost cards that give +1/+1 to a minion of your choice. Yeah, he looks good. So, Jungle Hammer. I mean, it's a 4 mana 4/2. As I said, it's already good. So, it summons a random 1 cost beast, and if we cast any spells while this is equipped, we are summoning a 2 cost beast, 3 cost beast, etc. 5 stars. Very solid. I mean, guys, because a 4 mana 4/2 weapon is already very nice, right? And we are getting something extra out of it, and we can make that extra a little better, and you will see we will have some cards that can make this card summon a huge monsters, right? Because we have spells with multiple charges, so to speak. I mean, you will see in a minute. Let's go Harmonica Soloist. If you control no other minions, discover and cast a secret. I mean, 4.5 stars. I mean, imagine you play something on turn 2, the opponent plays something on turn 2, you trade and you cast this, and you are playing a 3 mana 4/2 that discovers and casts a secret. Insanely powerful, yeah. Banjozor. 10 mana 5/6. Whenever this attacks, draw a beast and gain its stats. Wow. So guys, we play this, we kill something like a 5/5, and we draw a beast, and we gain the stats. And also hold up, actually, guys, whenever this attacks, not after this attacks. So we can attack an 8/8, right? And if we draw a 3/3 beast, we become 8/9, and we kill it and we survive. There's also that. So the ability triggers when we attack, so before we deal damage. Oh, and I mean, by checking your deck, you can guess which beast you are going to draw. And if you have only 1 beast that's in there, yeah. I mean, 10 mana is a little expensive, but the ability is good. I would say 3 stars, 3.5 stars. Because, guys, the thing is, I mean, the games can end before you hit 10 mana, right? So you can die with this in your hand, or you can win with this in hand. And Hunter isn't very well known for its prolonged games. I mean, Hunter generally wants to end games relatively quickly because they generally run out of juice. Big Dreams. Summon the highest cost beast from your hand. It goes dormant for 2 turns. It is 0 stars. Yeah, in Arena. This is a rank card. Yeah. I mean, you play this and it attacks on turn 7. Yeah. Or this one, because the death rattle doesn't, the battle cry doesn't trigger that. Yeah. So we have these charge spells which synergize with the Jungle Jammer. Jungle Jammer actually, not Jungle Hammer. And when I was actually reading the card, this doesn't look like a hammer. Why does it say hammer? So it is actually a Jungle Jammer. Okay. Battle of Monkeys. So I'm going to guess what this card does. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like it. So we summon a 2 mana, 1 for taunt. And I'm assuming we are able to do it thrice because of this. So 2 mana, 1 for taunt, 2 mana, 1 for taunt, and finally we do it once more and the card gets consumed. So this is a very solid combo with this one, guys. I mean, imagine you play this on turn 4, you hit something, and on turn 5 you do you coin and you do 3 Battle of Monkeys, and you actually will summon a 5 cost beast because of coin and 3 battles. That's 4 improvements to this death rattle. That's crazy. Aerosmith. 2 mana, 2/3. Is it spelled this way? I thought the Smith thingies are just one word. After you cast a spell, deal 1 damage to the lowest health enemy. That's not bad, but also casting spells is not very easy. This sounds like more like a rank card, but of course in Arena, I mean, it's River Crocus in the worst case, so it's definitely acceptable. 2.7 stars or thereabouts. Bunch of bananas. Give a minion +1/+1, 3 bananas left. So this is actually a divisible Blessing of Kings-ish card, because Blessing of Kings is 4 mana +4/+4. Well, that is 4.7 stars or something, guys. I mean, divisible is very powerful, right? I mean, we can't give +4/+4, but we can give +3/+3, and we can divide it the way we want, right? We can do +3/+3 on a single minion for 3 mana. We can do +2/+2 on something else and +1/+1 on something, or we can just do +1/+1 and save the remaining 2 charges. Yeah, it's very good, very powerful. 1 mana 1/3. The next beast you summon gets +1/+1. I mean, I'm sold for these cards, guys. It's a 1 mana 1/3 that is an acceptable body for a 1 mana card, and it does something that's useful, right? I mean, you play this on turn 1, the finale automatically triggers, and Battle of Monkeys will summon a 2/5 taunt. That is actually very powerful because it says summon, not play. So, and I'm assuming the monkeys are beasts. I suppose that's a correct assumption. Yeah. So there goes the 4 classes, guys. In the next video, we will do Mage, Paladin, Priest, Rogue, I guess. Yeah. And in the last video, we will do Shaman, Warlock, Warrior, and neutral cards. Yeah. And yeah. We are going to play Hearthstone on the 5th also, keep in mind. I will see you guys on stream. Bye bye.